Excitement is brewing around the Indiana Fever, and for good reason. The team has been making bold off-season moves, leading analysts to rank them among the biggest winners of 2025 free agency. With Caitlin-Clark at the helm, Fever fans are dreaming big, hoping that the franchise is on the verge of a championship run. While the Fever have undoubtedly improved, winning a title isn't just about signing big names. Chemistry, execution, and strategic coaching adjustments will be just as important as the talent on the roster. Indiana's aggressive free agency approach signals that they aren't just looking to make the playoffs. They want to compete for a title. The biggest signings of the offseason, DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard, bring championship experience to a squad that already features Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. Bonner, a two-time WNBA champion, adds scoring, leadership, and versatility, while Howard, a former Defensive Player of the Year, strengthens the team's interior defense and rebounding. These moves elevate the Fever from a rising team to a legitimate contender, at least on paper. The Fever's investment in success goes beyond player acquisitions. The organization is pouring $78 million into a new practice facility in downtown Indianapolis, a project designed specifically for women's basketball. This level of financial commitment shows the franchise's long-term vision. But as TV host Rachel Demita points out, it's important to stay realistic about expectations. I do, however, want to put out a word of caution for Indiana Fever fans. I know that I have been one of those people who has been saying that the Indiana Fever are now in the contention category. But if Indiana does not make it to the finals this year, or if they don't win a championship this year, this isn't a bust of a season, Demita said. Here are still a few months to go before the WNBA returns to action on May 16th. But first of all, happy International Women's Day. Last season, the New York Liberty won its first title, and the season as a whole was filled with record-breaking moments, especially in terms of attendance and publicity, as it was the WNBA's most-watched regular season, and set single-game and overall attendance records, among many other accomplishments. This was due to the Caitlin-Clark factor, which brought her fame from her years at Iowa, where she earned 2 National Player of the Year awards and broke the NCAA scoring record, both men's and women's. Since being selected first overall by Indiana, Clark has never looked back. Her flashy style of play caught the attention of many more fans, and she didn't disappoint, winning Rookie of the Year honors after breaking numerous records, including the single-season assist record with 337 and a single-game high with 19. She also led the team to its most wins in a season since 2015, and its first playoff appearance since 2016. Although her season started poorly with a 1-8 record, there was a turning point that helped turn things around, gaining strength and spending more time in the gym. Caitlin-Clark's physical change. From the time she entered the league through the first 2 months of the season, Clark added more than 2 pounds of muscle. This is crucial because the physical transition from college to the professional league is a significant challenge. Physical trainers focus on adapting rookies to the demands of the league based on their abilities. The change has had a positive effect on Clark's game. A frequent ball handler and contender, she has shot 71% from within 5 feet of the basket since July, compared to 56% in her first few months. That physical transformation continues to be noticeable and growing. As Bry Lewerke pointed out on X when he posted a photo of Clark cheering on the Hawkeyes during their game against Ohio State with the caption, "Well, someone's been in the weight room. I mean, look at those biceps." No doubt an excellent off-season job by her trainers. Even though she looks like a veteran, Clark has only been in the league for a year and still needs to build strength to dominate. She needs that strength not only because she controls the pace and organizes the team, but also because she finished second in the WNBA in minutes played behind Arike Ogunbowale. With a new coach in Stephanie White, who, as a former player, understands the physical and mental demands of the season, Clark will be looking to play nearly every minute to take the Fever as far as she can. If she was able to lead the Fever to the playoffs in her rookie season, now with an improved roster and the experience she has gained, much is expected of both the Fever and Clark. Of her physical transformation, White said, "She's stronger first and foremost," adding, "The WNBA isn't just about Clark. She may be the most popular figure, but players like Breanna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu of the champion Liberty, MVP Aja Wilson, and fellow rookies Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso of the Chicago Sky will make this season exciting." In addition, projected first overall pick Paige Buchers continues her quest for a national championship with UConn. As for Clark, expectations are so high that the Washington Mystics announced they will move 4 home games, Aces, Sky, and Fever twice, to larger venues for the 2025 season. Later, another WNBA team, the Chicago Sky, also announced they would move 2 home games, both against the Indiana Fever, to the United Center. It would be great to see Mahal Jordan assisting one of those. With Chicago featuring Clark's nemesis, Angel Reese, and Camila Cardoso, both of whom defeated Clark in the national championship game in college, these games could break the franchise's single-game attendance record of 16,444 fans, set when the team played at Allstate Arena in 2016. The United Center will likely draw a large crowd when the Fever and star guard Caitlin-Clark come to town. Indiana Fever star Caitlin-Clark is fresh off a stellar rookie season, living up to the hype that followed her to the WNBA after a dominant collegiate career with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Clark, the number 1 pick in last year's WNBA draft, was named the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year while earning all WNBA first-team honors. She helped the Fever snap a 7-year playoff drought and led the franchise to its most wins in a season, 20 since 2015. While the 2025 WNBA season's opening night is just over 2 months away, it appears Clark wasted little time preparing for her encore performance. A photo posted by sports photographer Bree Lewerke of Clark on the sidelines watching her alma mater play quickly grabbed the attention of fans. Even Lewerke was impressed by it, stating that, "Someone's been in the weight room." Clark, listed at 6 foot and 152 pounds on the WNBA's official website, appears to have added muscle during the offseason. Fans were left both impressed and excited to see what year number 2 will look like for the 23-year-old. However, some fans used it to ignite the ongoing rivalry between Clark and Angel Reese by taking a swipe at the Chicago Sky forward. One response praised the Fever star for putting in the work, while calling others for podcasting instead of improving her game herself. Caitlin-Clark's return to Carver Hawkeye Arena in May will come with as much fanfare as you'd expect, as tickets for the Indiana Fever Stars preseason game against Brazil in Iowa City sold out in 40 minutes. Tickets went on sale Thursday and were swiftly bought out. For fans still interested in attending, they're not completely out of luck as tickets are currently being sold on the secondary market for roughly $690. The preseason matchup is slated for May 4th. It will be the first time that an Indiana Fever's game will take place on Iowa's home court. Clark made a hero's return to her alma mater earlier this month to see her number 22 jersey retired and hung in the rafters of Carver Hawkeye Arena. This came after her WNBA rookie season, less than a year after she left Iowa for the professional ranks. The swift jersey retirement was due to Clark's unique status. She's arguably one of the greatest college basketball players of all time. In her 4 years in Iowa City, Clark became just the 6th player ever to amass 1,000 or more career assists. Clark also became the first Division I player to produce back-to-back 1,000-point seasons. On October 21, the WNBA Players Union announced the players were opting out of their collective bargaining agreement, CBA, with the league. The CBA lasts through October 31, 2025, providing the league and the union a season-long buffer to come to a new agreement. The Players Union and WNBA agreed upon the current CBA in January 2020. Obviously, the popularity of the WNBA has skyrocketed since then, and the players are hopeful to reap the benefits. On the latest episode of Unapologetically Angel, Angel Reese weighed in on the impending negotiations between the Players Union and WNBA. But the women coming in, not this year but next year, because the ones coming in this year will still be on the rookie contract. The ones coming in the year after, they're about to be making more than us, Reese said. "I gotta get in the CBA meetings because I'm hearing, if y'all don't give us what we want, we sitting out." If the Players Union and the league cannot come to an agreement by the beginning of the 2026 season, the league could have a lockout. While the NBA has dealt with a lockout before, the WNBA never has. Of course, WNBA players have never had more leverage than they do now. In July, the WNBA announced a new 11-year media rights deal featuring partnerships with Disney, Amazon Prime Video, and NBC Universal.